Hey y'all, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm back in the kitchen to share with y'all some easy recipes, but yet delicious recipes. So you know, one of the most talked about foods that we serve at the Lady and Sons and Paula Deen's Family Kitchen restaurants is our macaroni and cheese. And little kids that come in, y'all hush, little kids that come in, they lap up that macaroni and cheese. I think babies are born with a pasta gene. So I'm gonna share with y'all the recipe that we use at the restaurant. And I'll warn you, this makes a lot. If I were preparing it for my family, I would probably cut it in two, but it calls for 4 cups of cooked macaroni. So you would start with 2 cups raw. So this is 4 cups, and I'm gonna add our butter because our macaroni is warm and it will help melt that butter. So this is real important when you're making macaroni and cheese. You know, they have taught us to cook pasta al dente. Well, personally, I'm not a fan of al dente pasta, but when you're making this macaroni and cheese, if you cook these elbow macaronis to al dente, the liquid in your dish is gonna soak up very fast because those noodles are gonna try to complete their cooking process. So they're gonna drink up any liquid you would have, and you're gonna have a pan of dry macaroni and cheese. All right, so I put my butter in there and let it melt. So I'm gonna be adding eggs. In Southern macaroni and cheese, you know, we add eggs because we want it to bake up kind of like a custard, you know? And to me, this is a secret to making good macaroni and cheese, and that's evaporated milk. I've got regular milk out here, but I'm gonna use my evaporated milk. And I say that's probably a cup, which I'll probably have to finish off with some regular milk. Cheeses, you know, I say do whatever cheeses makes you happy, whether it's Velveeta or cheddar or white American. I have fallen in love with Munster cheese. So I am gonna just take my Munster. That sounds funny, take my Munster. Like my monster. All right, so I'm gonna take this and I'm just gonna cut this in small pieces, and then that will have an opportunity to just melt all through this macaroni and cheese. So I like putting some in big chunks. And the other cheese I've got is just let me check and make sure I don't want to tell you a story. It's just sharp cheddar. So I'm gonna put that in there. I may save a little bit maybe for the topping because you don't want to top your macaroni and cheese with the topping when you put it in the oven, because cheese will get hard and overcooked. So we're not gonna do that. All right, now I'm gonna add 3. Before I do that, I'm gonna see if this needs more salt, which it does. So I'm gonna add a little salt, but you have to be careful with your salt because to me, cheese is salty. So that's 3 beaten eggs. Teresa did such a good job getting everything prepped for me. All right. So I'm fixing to add, I'm gonna add the rest of that cheese because I sure do like cheesy macaroni and cheese. The secret to me, to our fabulous macaroni and cheese, is this ingredient right here, and that's sour cream. Sour cream will fix almost anything, y'all. It's right up there with butter and mayonnaise and cheese. All right. right, so this is looking good. It's looking so good. You know what? Some cream cheese would be good added to this too. To me, you just can't get enough cheeses. All right, so now I'm gonna come back because that didn't yield me quite enough milk. So I'm just gonna finish this off with a whole milk. And you can do all this ahead of time and stick this in your refrigerator. And hush, hush, hush. Oh my gosh, one of my grandbabies is here. They're gonna come in and go swimming. I won't be able to be with them, but they're gonna go into the pool. So those dogs are going crazy because they see a child out there. So please excuse the ruckus. All right, so this looks good and creamy, y'all. Good and creamy. So I'm gonna spray my dish. I'm gonna put this in the oven at 350. About halfway through, I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna stir it. And I'll be adding extra cheese on top at the last few minutes of cooking. So when this is done, I'll be back and we'll finish it up. You're gonna love this recipe, y'all. Okay. About 5 more minutes. All right, y'all, I have baked this macaroni and cheese for 40 minutes. I stirred it up at 20 minutes, put it back in for another 20 minutes, and then I added the cheese about 3 or 4 minutes ago. So, it doesn't take that long for that cheese to melt. Look at that macaroni and cheese. Look at that macaroni and cheese. Oh. So this will kind of show you why. So I know, doesn't it smell good, Eddie? This is one of the reasons why this is one of the favorite dishes at the restaurant. The Lady and Sons and Paula Deen's Family Kitchen. Look at that, y'all. And I see pieces of that Munster cheese. Oh. It smells so good. It's been a long time since I've had the Lady and Sons macaroni and cheese. So remember the special tips about it. Cook your macaroni and cheese, your noodles 2 or 3 minutes longer than the box says. Drain them well. Stir them in a colander. Make sure all the water is out of those little elbow noodles. What else?
Condensed milk.
Yes, the evaporated milk makes it incredible. Not condensed, because that's sweet. Would you like a little bite, fat boy?
Well, you know I do. Do you think I was just looking at you?
You my fat boy. Michael, this is, I don't want to burn you now.
Well, give it to me then.
Okay. I'm telling you, your family's gonna love you for it. Isn't that delicious?
It's scrumptious.
I'm so glad.
Yeah.
Don't burn me. Dadgummit, you're doing my tricks. That's my trick.